In the last 2 decades, there have been major technological advances that have increased the efficiency of any task or activity by making it go faster, and it has enabled people to communicate with one another simultaneously around the globe. Smartphones today have made it possible for people to share information on a much larger scale than ever before, plan your daily routine, stay in touch with relatives or loved ones, and now phones are capable of determining how much calories you burn throughout the day. Needless to say, cell phones have made it become such a large part of people's lives that some can't go a day without it. Adults aren't the only ones falling victim to phone addiction. Young children have been heavily affected by this issue in recent years. Today I'm here to persuade you that kids don't need a device, and what they need is a digital diet. To fully understand this issue, we must look at the problem, investigate the cause, and finally I will provide you with a unique solution. Let's walk into the problem. In recent years, children have been given phones in order to stay in contact with their parents in case of any emergency, stay in contact with their peers, and even use it for entertainment purposes to distract them when they are bored. In moderation, all of these are acceptable reasons to give a child a phone, but there are certain cases in which kids have become so codependent to their smartphone that they can't get away from it for a whole day, and it has caused many health-related issues. According to Nationwide Children's October 2nd, 2018, they conducted research to show the negative effects of a cellular device, and what they discovered was that children were not as productive as they should be, and are instead spending their day watching YouTube, playing video games, and are excessively on social media. Because of this, kids now spend time on their phones more than any time before and are not going outside at all, and are become very inactive individuals. Phone usage is one of the leading factors of obesity within children. It has shown that it decreased the amount of sleep kids get, and as a result, it has diminished their academic performance in school. There are other negative factors that come with the excessive usage of electronics, and that is the child's mental health. According to LA Times on January 2nd, 2019, researchers concluded that phone usage correlates directly to shortened attention spans, psychological problems, and other things that lead to high risk of depression. On social media, children are more susceptible to cyberbullying, which leads to psychological trauma and even makes it harder for to socialize with other people because their confidence is extremely low. Responsibility on social media shouldn't be overlooked either. Children must be careful about what they post online because once it's out there, it's not going to come down. There are many instances in which an athlete posts something that they shouldn't have, and because of it, they have lost their full ride scholarship. Now that we have looked at the problem, let's explore the cause. Nowadays, parents have a lot on their plate, from balancing work to spending time with their children, and in between that, parents can entertain their child and is forced to give the electronic to them to keep them calm. Many parents start off by giving their kids their personal phone to keep them distracted throughout the car ride. As a result, the parent decides to buy a cellular device or a tablet because it showed the efficiency it had at keeping the child steady. According to the Morning Consult of January 25th, 2018, they conducted a poll stating that 77% of U.S. adults said that smartphone addiction among children is a serious problem. Among those who were surveyed, 60% of them said that parents are the ones to blame for their kids' phone addiction. Parents can't be the only people to blame for this addiction either. Telephone and tech companies are targeting kids and adults alike to buy their product through marketing. For children, they promote gaming apps and other various platforms of entertainment but their main target are adults. According to Financial Post on December 20th, 2017, they said that data usage jumps 25% to 1.2 gigabytes a month. Telephone companies are offering people unlimited talk, text, and data, which is very appealing to people who spend lots of time on their cellular device. And as a result, parents get their kids on their plan, and it allows them to call and text their kid whenever they want without the fear of their minutes or data running out. And since the child also has the same plan, and they don't have to spend the time answering work calls or sending emails like adults do, so children are more susceptible to phone addiction because they use it mainly for social media, YouTube, and gaming. Now that we have looked at the problem and the cause, let me provide a unique solution. There are many ways a parent can intervene when it comes to the usage of the device for their child. As stated by Common Sense during 2016, they said that child phone usage shouldn't be a difficult problem to overcome because parents hold all the power to turn things around by limiting the time their kid spends on the phone. At home, parents can schedule a time a child is allowed to use their phone, how to use it, and come up with various activities or programs to sign their kids up to do anything that doesn't have them in front of a screen. There are various ways parents can see what their child is doing on the phone as well by having an app that can see everything their child sees. There are also parental locks that keep children from undesired websites and other notification based programs that alert parents when the child's phone is in use. A great example of this technological advancement has been seen in the Wii U. When the device is turned on, it notifies the parent that the device has been turned on, and they can set a timer to shut it down or freeze the device. Another great way for your children to become unaddicted to their phones is spending quality time with them outside of the home. Today, I tried to persuade you that kids don't need a cellular device and what they need is a diet from Digit. Today, I tried to persuade you that kids don't need a cellular device and what they really need is a digital diet. First, we looked at the problem and the health risk associated with it. Second, we talked about the cause of phone addiction. And lastly, I provided you with a unique solution. So hopefully, next time when you decide to give your child a smartphone, think of the consequences that result of giving a child a phone at a young age. And hopefully, with the information I provided you, will urge those that have kids to inform other parents of dangers of buying your child a smartphone.